Hello, welcome back. Swaggart name has long held a powerful presence in Christian television. With Jimmy Swaggart's international ministry, Donnie Swaggart's steady preaching, and Francis Swaggart's firm public presence shaping a legacy of faith and family values. But behind the public image of strength and unity, recent events have quietly shaken their foundation. When vague but damaging accusations against Francis Swaggart surfaced, they triggered confusion, concern, and curiosity within the Christian community. Details were scarce, but questions flooded in, not only about the ministry but about its leaders. Many looked to Donnie for answers, hoping he'd speak out, but he didn't. His silence was deafening and opened the door for speculation, disappointment, and frustration. Still, someone who had always remained quietly in the background was watching all of this unfold. That person was Debbie Swaggart, Donnie's wife, and for the first time, she's chosen to speak up. Debbie wasn't looking for the spotlight. She never wanted to be a public figure. Even after marrying into a famous ministry family for years, her world revolved around her home, her children, and supporting her husband. She was never one to give statements or stand on stages. But the weight of the silence, the growing distance in her marriage, and the confusion surrounding their family finally pushed her to say something. Not to create drama, but to tell the truth about what silence can do. Even to the strongest families, she described how things shifted when the accusations surfaced. Donnie, once vocal and expressive, grew quieter. He withdrew emotionally and spiritually. Debbie wasn't angry, she was concerned. The man she married, the one who prayed over their children and shared quiet moments with her, was disappearing into himself. She remembers sitting him down and asking, "Why won't you talk to me?" His answer was raw. He didn't know what to do. He was caught between loyalty to his family and the moral weight of the ministry. He didn't want to hurt anyone. He didn't want to say the wrong thing, and so he said nothing. That silence, though meant to protect, was tearing things apart at home. Debbie said it felt like everything around her was crumbling, not because of the accusation itself, but because of the walls it built in her own marriage. Still, she approached things with grace and patience. She didn't lash out or go to the press. Instead, she prayed, reflected, and made sure that when she finally spoke, it came from a place of love. She wasn't trying to accuse or defend. She was simply ready to be honest about how deeply silence had affected her life. Debbie's message wasn't just for herself or her husband, it was also for other ministry wives. Women who, like her, are expected to stay quiet, smile politely, and support their husbands no matter the cost. She reminded them that true support isn't silence. Sometimes the bravest and most faithful thing a woman can do is speak up. She emphasized that churches should stop idolizing perfect ministry families and start valuing authenticity. Families aren't meant to be cages, they're meant to be places where truth and love can live side by side, even when things are messy. Though Donnie has yet to make a public statement and the ministry has issued no official response, Debbie's words carry weight. She reminded everyone that silence isn't safety, it can break trust, weaken love, and suffocate peace. Her choice to speak was a step toward healing, not just for herself and Donnie, but for anyone watching and wondering what really happens behind closed doors when a respected ministry is shaken. She ended her message not with bitterness but with hope. She and Donnie are still together, still walking through this complicated chapter with honesty and grace. They're no longer pretending everything's perfect. They're having hard conversations, leaning into faith and learning what it means to heal, not in the spotlight, but in the quiet places where love is tested and, if nurtured, can grow stronger.